to Knife Delights. Tom here, coming with you with just a little bit of a personal story here today. Story about, well, my official Boy Scout knife. I'm here at Silver Lake. I'm at the spot, well, where my dad helped me earn my cooking merit badge. I came up here and cooked lunch for him in this very spot. That was probably back in 73, 74, some time frame somewhere. And I'm pretty sure I had my official Utica Scout knife with me. Now, that day, I don't remember the meal that I prepared, but it seems the reason. Dad loved Vanderkamp's pork and beans. So I'm sure I heated up a can of beans, and well, he loved bologna sandwiches too. Not my favorite food, but I'm sure I fixed some bologna sandwiches and maybe had some cookies with it. I'm here just to kind of reminisce, missing Dad these days. But, you know, it's often said on a tombstone, you see the born year of birth and date of death. Those aren't the two things that are important. It's that dash in between. Memories, that's what it's all about, memories. And I will apologize, it's a little windy out here today, but I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Well, funny how times have changed, because I couldn't find myself a can of pork and beans that had a sealed lid on it. They all had the pull off. So I'm substituting a can of Armor chili here today. We're going to heat that up. Everything always tastes good outside, especially when you're along the lake here. So I'm going to get a good bed of coals going here, open up this can of soup, and warm it up and just reminisce. Well, what was required for my merit badge? Well, I think I had to make 3 lunches or 3 meals, and I don't know if the actual book here has all the requirements in it, but you did have to cook a breakfast in camp, and you had to fix a lunch, which is what I did with Dad. And you can see you could have hot dishes, soup, sandwiches. Instead of soup, I'm sure we had pork and beans, and then dinner or supper in camp. Now, when we'd go on our spring campouts, summer campouts, and that, we'd fix the full meals. But there's all kinds of different ways. Showed you how to fix a meal. And yes, I was able to earn my cooking merit badge. There it is, right there. Now, I think on the way home, he dropped me off about 5 miles out, because I was working on my hiking merit badge too. And you had to do several 5-mile hikes, some 10-mile hikes, and either a 20 or 25-mile hike, something like that for your hiking merit badge. So I think on the way home, he dropped me off about 5 miles outside of town, and I walked on home. Well, while we were waiting for the coals to be made, let's just take a look at this knife. There it is. I bought this in my childhood, and it probably would have been around 72, anywhere from maybe 71 to 73. Got it in a local store. I think it was Yonkers. Was it Yonkers used to carry Boy Scout supplies? But here's the Ulster. And Ulster made a lot of these knives. So it's your basic camp knife. And when we talk about a scout knife, this is usually the knife that comes to mind. This is what we picture. The difference between a camp knife or scout knife or utility knife and a Boy Scout knife is, well, the Boy Scout knife, it's the same 4-bladed pattern, but it was officially licensed by the Boy Scouts of America. Now, you can find these 4-bladed knives, and they say Scout on them, and they're called a Scout knife. But if it doesn't have the official, an official logo like this one here, when they were new, a lot of them had blade etching there, saying official Scout knife. So yeah, it's just your basic camp knife. But these have been around for years. One thing that's intriguing is back when Remington knives, and that's when they had their own knife manufacturing factory prior to 1940. They made a lot of Boy Scout knives, and the research I've done, it is said that Remington sold the knives at cost because they wanted every boy to be able to afford one of the official Boy Scout knives. Let's put this knife into some action here. Handy dandy can opener. Always going fishing and taking a can of soup along with me. So I can always open up a can of soup and set her on the fire and warm it up. These things have such a beak to them, it's hard to get a hold. It don't take much, just a little brush on my skin and I start bleeding. Yum, yum. Here we go. Well, she is starting to boil here. Just stir it up here just a little bit. Knife needs a little bit of a sharpening here. Needs touched up. Who knows the last time this knife's been sharpened? Got this wonderful Quartz Sharp field sharpener. I did a complete video on it here, about 4 months ago. This thing works fantastic. We're out in the field. Gosh, 50 years. I didn't know 50 years ago it was so hard on the knees to do a little campfire cooking. What has happened in 50 years? I don't know. I think she's ready. Let's set her off and let her cool off here. We'll take a bite here in just a minute after we cool off. Oh boy, am I ever hungry. Did anybody remember to bring the crackers? I sure did. Doesn't look like too bad of an edit. Just a quick touch-up. Oh yeah. Don't get the chili. Still not totally there, but decent edge. Yummy. Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sharing the memories here with me. You know, I've really been missing Dad. It's been fun to come out here and just remember somewhere around 50 years ago, he and I being here, scout knife here, fixing a meal, earning a merit badge. It's all good. Life is good. So, my challenge to you, other than having a very delightful day, is go out and make some memories.